So, my friends, every day we are getting closer to liberating Ukrainian territory because our forces are gradually advancing. Despite the fact that the widespread use of heavy equipment hasn't started yet, it seems that they are being preserved to liberate large territories later under the cover of aviation. For now, a slow counteroffensive is underway to prepare bridgeheads and demoralize the Russian army. Friends, I'm not just saying that heavy equipment is not being used and a massive offensive hasn't started yet. This was once again confirmed by the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. They released another video stating that the time for reckoning has come. This clearly indicates that everything is just beginning, and in the near future we will witness something truly significant. But before we begin, please like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest news. Today, in the Zaporizhzhia direction, battles continue in the area of Rabotine. Small units are engaged in combat on the fields, and the Russians are attempting to halt the advance with shelling. They heavily shell Orikhiv, thinking that the main forces and equipment of our offensive are concentrated there. However, according to preliminary information, there is no significant advancement yet. The nearest Russian stronghold, Tokmak, remains 20 kilometers away. In the area of Vuhledar, the advance of our forces continues as well. Yesterday, it was reported that they advanced 1 kilometer, but there have been no changes on the map yet. On the other hand, the Russians failed to regain their former positions near Urozhaine and have seized their attacks. They are now defending their positions and shelling the liberated settlements. In the Kherson direction, the situation remains challenging due to the constant shelling. The Russians, without sparing ammunition, are attempting to dislodge our forces from positions on the left bank. However, Ukrainian artillery units are providing counter-fire on Russian positions and the front line remains unchanged. The mayor of Melitopol also reported explosions deep in Russian-controlled Novoalexeyevka in the Kherson direction. In the Avdiivka direction, the Russians are storming the outskirts of the city and conducting shelling. They continue to approach the outskirts of the 9th quarter, but Ukrainian forces prevent them from establishing a foothold by destroying their positions. As a result, dozens of Russian soldiers are being eliminated today. Attacks aimed at Stepove and Keramik, which were intended to encircle the area, have stopped. They were unable to achieve their planned objectives, and the situation remains under the control of Ukrainian forces. South of Mariinka, intense battle continue as the Russians shell up to 10 kilometers deep in an attempt to break through Ukrainian fortifications. Similarly, attacks on Novomykhailivka have been ongoing for several days, with shelling reaching up to 15 kilometers deep. In the Bakhmut direction, the Ukrainian forces report success in the village of Berkhivka. Consequently, this settlement is expected to come under Ukrainian control in the near future. However, the Russians continue to deploy reinforcements in this direction, conducting attacks on Dubrovo-Vasilievka, and shelling persists. In the Kremina and Siversk areas, the Russians continue to change their directions daily and launch attacks. Today, battles are raging around Spirne and shelling is taking place along the entire front line. However, Ukrainian forces maintain their defense and there have been no changes in the past day. In the Svatove area, the occupiers launched attacks for several days and even achieved some local successes. However, the Ukrainian forces dealt a severe blow to all their groupings, and today they are only shelling without any offensive actions. In the Dvorichna area, there have been shelling incidents for a long time, but no offensive actions. There is no significant concentration of forces, so no major attacks are accepted in this direction. On the Russian side, it is reported that Wagner mercenaries will train Belarusians in combat. The Ministry of Defense of Belarus expects to exchange experience with the mercenaries of the Russian private military company Wagner at Belarusian training grounds. The training grounds of the Belarusian armed forces are being prepared for the next rotation of joint training of Belarusian and Russian servicemen. The previous rotation of Russian units from the Russian United Forces, which took place over a month ago, was successfully completed. Now let's move on to more interesting news. Germany will send a new package of weapons to Ukraine, which will include 2 Patriot missile launchers, 20,000 rounds of 155mm ammunition, the Luna unmanned system, and much more. If you want to take a closer look at this list, please pause this video and read the details. Meanwhile, President Volodymyr Zelensky will arrive in Vilnius on Tuesday. He will participate in a dinner and the Ukraine-NATO Council meeting on Wednesday. According to NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg, speaking at the NATO summit in Vilnius, President Zelensky will come to Vilnius. I look forward to welcoming him tonight at the dinner and at the inaugural meeting of the Ukraine-NATO Council tomorrow. He emphasized that the allies will send a strong positive signal regarding Ukraine's path to NATO membership. However, the Secretary-General also added that he will not discuss the specific wording or the final statement at this time. France has decided to provide Ukraine with missiles capable of striking deep into enemy territory. We have decided to provide Ukraine with new missiles that will allow strikes deep inside. They will be used in accordance with the agreements we have reached, said Macron. The president added that it is important for France to send a signal of support to Ukraine amid Russian aggression and demonstrate NATO unity. Macron didn't mention the specific name of the weapon, but it is likely referring to the Scalp air-to-ground missiles, known as Storm Shadow in the UK, as it is a Franco-British development. And that's all for now. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!